I'm Miss Singleton. I'd like to take a minute to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about your son or your daughter's course that they have this semester with me. This is my 13th year teaching. It's actually my 8th year here at Independence. I used to teach at Mint Hill Middle. I know several of my students have come in from Mint Hill Middle. I got my start there in 7th grade, and then I transitioned to teach Math 1 here at Independence. I teach 2 different courses. I teach a Math 1 honors course, which is my 2nd block this semester, and I also teach 2 blocks of Foundations of Math 1, which is actually a year-long course that we break up into Foundations in the fall, and then Math 1 in the spring. I am the former cheer coach here at Independence High School, and I gave that up when I became a mom a couple years ago. I'm a mom of 2, and I absolutely love it. I used to also be in charge of student council here at Independence, but now I'm focusing just on math. Alright, a little bit about my class. My Foundations class is an elective credit that leads into Math 1, which will be taken in the spring. The final exam for this course is teacher made, and the context of this course is to kind of review and relearn some of the major topics discussed in 8th grade, as well as leading into a lot of the curriculum for Math 1. It's really, it stands like a bridge between 8th grade and Math 1. My website is linked here. You can access that and check out some really nice information that I have there, some links that I have provided. My honors course is a little bit different. It's the first of 4 required math courses. So if your child right now is in Foundations, they will take Math 1 in the spring, and that will be their first of their 4 required math courses. You do have to have 4 math credits in order to graduate, so this is the first of the 4. Okay. The final exam for honors is an EOC that will be taken in December. We really take an in-depth approach to the Math 1 curriculum in this course. It does move it quite a bit faster than what your child may be accustomed to, as it is a true semester course. Every day is essentially a new topic, and we dig in pretty deep as we go through the curriculum of Math 1. And I really try every day to help your student get prepared for Math 2 honors. So on a daily basis, I spend the majority of my time with your students on Zoom, and that looks like approximately 40 minutes of synchronous, just direct instruction. During that time, we'll start out by working on a warm-up, and then they'll be given some time to ask questions about the warm-up, and then we'll lead into a discussion and notes of the content, the new content. And then there's always time to work on practice activities. The practice activities may be done together. They may be done where your child is working independently but can still reach out to me during the asynchronous time. As oftentimes I am still here during the duration of the block, but occasionally we do sign off and they have the truly asynchronous time period to work on different things on their own. Homework is a daily occurrence in this class. I find it very important that students have the opportunity to practice the skills that we talk about in class on their own and see how they're doing with every topic. They need to be able to assess their understanding of every topic in the current unit, because in math especially it builds upon previous content, and we want to have a strong foundation as we process through each topic in each unit. Okay. Homework should be about 30 to 45 minutes outside of class time. You know, they may have other classwork that they need to finish from my class as well. It just kind of depends on the day. Sometimes in class it's possible that they may even finish their classwork and their homework, but that doesn't happen a lot. Okay. It's very important, though, that you encourage your child to stay on top of their work and stay on time with turning in their materials and their assignments, because once the unit ends, we moved on to a new unit with new topics and new assignments, and we don't want to have your child fall behind. We want to make sure that we're really putting our best effort forth every day I'm huge on effort. I don't expect perfection. I always want to strive to have my students to try. Even if math has been a struggle for them in the past, I want them to look at this as a new opportunity to try and to learn. Okay. Late work will be submitted up until the day that we take the unit test. So all work for Unit 1 was due on September 1st. All work for Unit 2 was due this past Tuesday, because that's when we took our Unit 2 test, and then Unit 3 will be due on the day that we take the Unit 3 test, and so on and so forth. To reach out to me, whether you'd like to reach out to me or your child would like to reach out to me, the first suggestion I have is my email address. Also, the Remind app. If you would like access to my Remind list, if you would like to be added to my Remind list for your child's class, please just send me an email and I'll be more than willing to add you. It's a quick method for me to be able to send messages back and forth, and I've been able to do a lot of problem solving on homework questions that students have had through that time. I also offer office hours on Mondays at 2:45 until about 3:30. I don't kick them out at 3:30, but if we still have questions, we keep going for a little while. But that's a great opportunity for like a smaller, more one-on-one or small group environment, which may make students a little bit more comfortable to ask questions. Okay, but please feel free to reach out to me if your child needs help, because I really want to be able to make this year successful for them. All right, so how can you help your student? Well, there's a couple of different sites that you can see on this page that has general information about Canvas. There's our Charlotte Mecklenburg website that will take you into the Families tab, and it gives you information including how to access PowerSchool. PowerSchool is very important for you to be able to access, as that is where your child's grades are located. For my course, their grades in Canvas do not accurately represent what their actual class averages are, because my grading may differ from the way that Canvas automatically grades some items. So please be checking PowerSchool in terms of grades. Okay, and there's also the Independence website. As you can see, it's bigibelieve.com. Okay. Please encourage your child to be active and participatory in live classes. It's hard sometimes when we all don't have our cameras turned on. It's hard to see who's really understanding the material and who's not. And I really want to make sure that the time that we have together is useful and beneficial. Please have them participate, having cameras on, asking questions, participating in the activities. If they feel more comfortable asking questions through the chat that only comes to me, that's fine. They don't have to ask questions out loud. It's whatever they feel most comfortable with. I'd also suggest that you become an observer in all of your child's Canvas courses, so you know how they're doing across the board. All right, so we're going to take a look at a course, just so you can kind of get a feel for how my course is laid out. So I can get this to work. Okay. So this is the honors course here, and if you scroll down, if it will let me do that. Hold on one moment. So if you scroll down, you will see where there's a little information about me here, Meet the Teacher. Okay. If you continue scrolling, you're going to see information about Independence. Also, there is information right here. It's a video that takes you through the course, and it helps you with a couple different things. This is the link for office hours. So if you click that link, it will take your child to the office hours Zoom code. And then information about testing, test corrections, and retakes is right here if you click on that. Live lessons is where you would go to get the Zoom code for the daily instruction. So as you can see, this class, there's only one block. So here's their Zoom code and the norms. My foundations class, there's two different Zoom codes based on what block your child is in. Now, if you want to access any of the class activities or lessons, you would click here where it says enter here, and then you would go into the current unit that we're working on. And you can see here that this is Unit 3. This is our current unit that we're working on. It will give you the dates that we're working on, the topic, and the lesson and the content as well. And if you click on lesson, this is where everything is located for the lesson, for the topic. And as you can see, this particular lesson is a 2-day lesson. So as you can see, it's broken up into day 1 and day 2, and you have a warm-up. I do provide instructional videos as an additional support. So, you know, if your son or daughter is telling you, I'm really not understanding the content we're working on, suggest that they come and look at this video. That will be very helpful to them because I have that for pretty much every topic that we learn. And as you can see, we go through a couple different activities, and then, you know, you can see the homework is listed here. We did notes. This is actually from yesterday. And then this was today's, and we got through just about all of this except for one little activity. But that kind of gives you an outline of what every day looks like. It's structured warm-up, some form of notes or examples. It might be an activity that is exploratory through Desmos, or another web resource, and then there's individual practice. So that essentially gives you an idea of what the course looks like. As I mentioned before, for grades, you want to make sure you're checking your child's grades in PowerSchool, as Canvas will not accurately represent what their current grade is in the course. So again, you want to access PowerSchool, and if you need help with that, you can reach out to me or to the school. Okay. So again, if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. My email is right there, victoriar.singleton@cms.k12.nc.us, or send me a message on Remind. Thanks so much, and I look forward to a wonderful semester with your child.